Oh my God. Hello, everybody. I'm so excited. I've never done a live on YouTube. Funny enough, I've got no problem being on Facebook and Instagram. So this is very exciting. So bear with me because I don't know how this is going to work. Because some part of what I do, I read maybe and whatever. So here we are. For those of you, I'm Donna. I am the fairy at Equilibrium. We are a health and wellness practice, private practice here in Ottawa, Canada. And today I wanted to share and pop right in to take a little peek at this grand trine weekend, if we will call it that. It's happening in the cosmos and it's peaking on Sunday, October the 9th, which is actually our Thanksgiving Day here in Canada, depending wherever you are watching this from. So I've been feeling the tingles with this all since last weekend. Me and my posse and my peeps, and it's been ramping up all week. I'm wearing the boa because it's such exciting times. You will find that I get into this and love to play with it because I believe that there's so much fun to be had with the energy. And the thing is, with this energy and everything that's happening right now, it is time. And when I say that, it is really time for all of us to set our sights on new trajectories because the energy is getting us all ready for this this liftoff of new ideas, new possibilities, and the more that our soul wants us to each experience. So this beautiful balancing energy is also inviting us to step into being true to who me, each of us are while engaging and communicating with others so that everyone is having an opportunity to truly feel that they're seen and heard so that we truly are co-creating this life and the humanity that we want. Oftentimes we talk about what we love and yes, I know that 100%. The thing is, not everybody maybe wants to talk about moons and magic and numerology and cooking and hugging trees and all of the things that I like to do, even though sometimes I think they should. I definitely know that it's taking that time to really step back, to open the door, to allow the other endless topics and opportunities that other people can express, or just picking new opportunities out of the or I mean excuse me new ideas and topics out of the hat, and just seeing what comes out of it so that we're truly in a space of giving thanks to just whatever arises, right? The only way to do all of this is to really invite new conversations to happen, to let new curiosity and new interest spark itself so that we're creating new connections with the people that we already know, right? Or creating them from other people that we don't. It's the only way to truly, like I said, co create and really allow synergies to unfold. And when we do this, when we truly do this, the brilliance and the wonder and the awe and the beauty really of life itself just unfold. It starts to unfold because our eyes start to look at things from new vistas and those new expressions. And it takes us really just stepping back, right? Not projecting our emotions onto another, and to look at that from that bird's eye view, right? Expand back, look at things from 360 view, from a whole new perspective, because we're not all here for the same thing, right? Life is about change, and this energy is inviting us to really step up, step back, look at the plans that we've been making, and really, where are these plans holding us potentially in old patterns? Because the energy wants us to be conscious and conscientious of our own health, right? Our own health, our energy levels, where we need to rest and rejuvenate so that we are bringing our best self forward, so that what we truly desire can come forward and that we can take action on that. Now, that all happens for those of you that know me. And if you're new to me, I do body resonance, right? I do embodiment and body resonance. And all of that is about learning our body wisdom so that we can trust that yes and that no response, that our body is always speaking to us, right? It's just, are we actually listening to it, right? Are we able to hear it? So that when that energy and that energy of healing is happening around us, we're allowing more energy reserves to rise up so that we can make the changes, so that we actually tune in and we know what we need. And when we do it more and more and more and more, the energy is actually pulling us forward, right? Instead of us pushing, right? Us pushing the human push to get things right. You know, Often we think that, okay, I don't have the answers, so I'm going to keep going around that circle, right? We keep in the loop. And the thing is, when we think like that, we're just really actually overworking and overthinking the mind. When in fact, it's our body that knows intuitively. And it's just us that hasn't learned how to navigate all that. And it takes a practice, right? It takes time to get used to it. It takes our willingness to do that. And the thing is, when you have the tools, right? And I don't just mean have the tools, I mean actually use the tools, practice with tools, and tune in, you really become more authentic. You begin to trust you. You begin to love you in new ways. And you really keep honing in on your own guidance so that you are able to serve your greater mission, right? Your own community, the people around you. That could just be your family, your children, and it could be an actual movement, an actual company, something that wants to come through you. It's just us remaining curious to what that is. So it's not easy, right? Again, it's a practice. The thing is, when we get it, that's where the magic happens. Now, like anything, and I said grand trine when I first started this, that means the air is happening. So take that breath. I know it's happening in Aries, and that's that fiery courage. However, we need to take the breath. It's the very breath of life, that wind outside. And it's the words that we speak, and it's the intentions that we hold, and it's everything. All of that is in this beautiful invitation to coalesce so that we continue to bring ourselves, right? It's us bringing ourselves into greater and greater awareness so that we can hone in, tune in to the messages that we need. We can follow, right? We can really follow along. And again, the human mind, because it's mind stuff that's going on here. The human mind, it's the one that trips us up. The funny part is, you are that mind. You're human. The one that's tripping you up is actually that mind. So it's learning how to say, okay, hold on, mind. You got to get in the back seat this time. And we're going to let our intuition, guide us for a while, just till we start to again play with it. And I say play for those of you, again, if you're just meeting me, it's like play into it. So there's time to integrate, time that your creative essence can come out so that you step away from it and the real essence of you permeates and you can radiate that out into the world. And this moon energy, it's tuning right in into your healing, right? The universe is providing for us all the time. And it's when these big energies come through, like it is this weekend, and that's going to continue to move through. This is when we can't actually ignore it. Well, we can, right? We can keep pushing aside and finding little band aids, right? Or little salves. But the thing is, it's really, really, really wanting you to understand how your body speaks to you. Okay. Because when we only choose that mental path and we only go with the mind, it only happens for a short second because then all of a sudden we're back in a turmoil of sorts and we're really not, you know what, tuning in. Because we don't just say we have a body, a mind, a soul, and a spirit for nothing. We have all of that. And we have this beautiful body that it's all in. It's just the body. The body's the one that makes us feel dense, right? It's the one that gets heavy and the one that it's where we want to keep ourselves out of our body because it's heavy. When instead, what you're really trying to do is ground into the essence of you, into your very core, into your presence, so that the authenticity is, again, the art of you. It's so that you do feel grounded. You're not dense and heavy in it. You actually are way more light because you understand what all of that is. And that's the thing. The mind, it actually needs you to put it out doing other things. The mind needs tasks. It needs to be doing its work, right? It's you need to get out of your own way and allow it. So this energy is going to keep having that happen because it's not wanting to fool you. It's wanting to keep you coming back and trusting your intuition, starting to trust your gut instinct, your intuition. And the thing is, it's funny because I had a conversation with somebody. I'm going to take this off a little bit because a lot of times I don't do it this way. But I had a conversation with somebody this morning, and they were asking me, you know what, I'm kind of moving through this X Y Z, and you know what, is it something that could possibly be the energy in my house? And I'm like, of course, right? And I guess one of the things for those in Ottawa that are listening, and anybody else, if you want to connect, because we can do a distance as well, but Dr. Yasmilda and I, so again, if you don't know us, my business colleague, we do home and space clearing. So if you suspect that it's your home that needs some clearing just as much as you, definitely reach out, right? Drop comments. I've put below in the comments here where you can get in touch with me. And the other thing is, for this, it's the very fact that this energy is here. It's so beautiful for me because we've just created a new program in our roster, and it's called Lighten Up Your Whole Being. Right? It's designed that we really center into the fact that the most powerful thing on this earth is our human soul on fire, that we're in and living our passion and the essence and the joy of being you, me being me, so that we do be the art. We are the artist, right? And that scientist brain, that mind can get out and it can just allow some of this to go through. And this program is the lightness of touch. It is. So if you've ever wanted a fairy in your life, this is the program for you. So we can spark up your genius, find out what's going on. And again, you can message me below there. So let's go back to this moon energy. I just wanted to say that because space is so big and there's things that are available to you. Now, like I said earlier, this energy is bringing new stuff to the surface. It wants you to look at your healing and it's going to just keep shining that light on it. It's going to look at what are you continuing that you haven't acknowledged, you didn't know you needed to acknowledge, or it's really just now you're ready to, right? And it's going to bring up and feel emotional. It can feel sensitive and it can be very vulnerable. And actually, in that vulnerability is going to bring up that fear, which is actually more of an uncertainty because it's unfamiliar. And we humans, we think we need certainty, right? The thing is, we actually thrive in uncertainty because in that uncertainty, that's where our curiosity sparks itself, our genius comes forward, and we're able to rise to the occasion. So, again, that liftoff energy that can happen, that happens when you are in that space of truly you, right? So, this energy that's coming in, that's in the cosmos, that's there, that's hanging, that's streaming, it's really asking, inviting you to own your authenticity. Step on the road less traveled by you, right? Others have traveled the path, but yours is yours. Find alternatives, find alternative solutions that work specifically for you. Find coaches like myself, find people that facilitate, that have been through it, right? Because at the very, very core of this energy, it's in Aries, which means it's fiery, which means the courage is there. The fact of the matter is, it is sitting with the grand air, right? So that trine of air and energy, it's just going to lift it off. So, in all of that, it is Thanksgiving again here in Canada. Take it easy. Your body and your mind and your human need to rest. We need time to rest. Because in that rest and in that this weekend of giving thanks, we are truly able to step into greater gratitude. Gratitude and thanksgiving actually should be every day. That's not just a one day, but the very fact that we've given a day and gifted a day of Thanksgiving, and you know what? If you don't know what Thanksgiving's all about, you can ask me about that too, or just go Google it, or YouTube it, right? But the energy, it's really moving through. It's allowing us to see things differently. Because it's energy, it's pulling at the water, right? That gravitational force that I've talked about before, or if you're new, the moon, um, it's pulling the water, right? Have you ever watched the high tides and the low tides? That's what's happening. It's actually what's pulling the water in you. So it's going to move your emotions, but we need that, right? Because emotions are energy in motion. The only way that we can move all of this is to get it unstuck so we can see what's really going on and we can work with it and then we can heal it. We can keep healing ourselves and keep really coming to that space of, in all the uck and all the bad. Oh my God, there's so much glory and beauty beyond it, right? So that we can truly find the fullness, that fullness of what life is, which is the joy expressing as you. So take the time to set your eyes on a new vista, right? Like really this time, because I know it's happened before, people. For all of us, set it and know that it's going to happen. Just keep moving forward in that trajectory because it will unfold. So my absolute gratitude to you for being here, and enjoy basking in the fall and the autumn leaves because here in North America, it is autumn right now and it's so glorious. Nature is in harmony. That is where we thrive because she does it right. So step outside at some point, even if it's cool, get on those snuggly sweaters and just Breathe in, allow your intuition to speak with you. Allow what needs to come forward so that what needs to be healed, those new ideas that percolate, they can come up and you're giving them space to do that. So trust in you, my beautifuls, and we will see you again. So much love and light and laughter. And take care. Okay. Bye.